My name is Anastasia Typou. I'm 20 years old. I am a full-time athlete as well as a student electrope. I play the sport of Taekwondo. And a fun fact about myself is I grew up in Greece until I was 11 years old, until we moved to Australia as a family. So when I was 4 years old, I really wanted to start a sport, right? I wanted to do something that was fun, active, and my dad saw me one day kicking a neighbor's fridge that was outside, and so he thought, okay, I'll take you to karate. But turns out it wasn't karate, it was Taekwondo. So that's how I got stuck into it. I have another 3 sisters. The 2 of them are closer in age with me. They're 18 and 14, and then the last one is a 3-year-old baby. I compete with my 18-year-old sister. Training with my sister was hectic. We used to always fight, especially at training. We used to get in trouble and sent home. My family is amazing. They help me out as much as they possibly can. Being a student athlete, it's really hard to support yourself. Obviously, with competitions overseas, a lot of the trips we have to pay for ourselves. And you have to go because that's just the competing nature. If you don't go, someone else will go. My mum was always into me doing well at school. I remember ever since I was like a baby and I could understand, my first memories of my mum are her telling me, all I care about is that you go to university. That's all she cared about. Didn't care what I was going to do in university, just that I went and I finished. So I got into psychology because as an athlete, I think psychology is one of the biggest things you need. You need to be able to be strong mentally to compete, and being at the highest level, I just thought that's something that's really interesting, and I've got a lot of insight in it, so I could potentially help a lot of other athletes. A few of the accomplishments that I'm very proud of is that I was a dux of my school in year 12, and I just thought being a full-time athlete and a student, I was really happy with myself because I really worked hard. Another accomplishment is just in general with Taekwondo and the level that I have been able to take it. Given I'm not even from Australia originally, I grew up in a different country. The language and the culture, it's a completely different country, and Australia is so multicultural, whereas Greece isn't. When I was 17 years old in 2019, I had just come back to Australia from a big European tour, and I had won medals there. So I came back to Australia feeling really good, ready for the year ahead. It was going to be my first Worlds that I was going to be competing in as a senior. I was training really hard, but during one of the training camps, I tore my ACL, which obviously set me back, didn't allow me to compete to enter and compete in the World Championships. 2021, last year, we couldn't really travel much. We had a few competitions. I was competing a little bit, but nothing crazy. And I obviously was overcoming my injury again in the sense of I was trying to improve again because everyone had improved so much I had to catch up. And so this year, I was in the best possible mentality, physical shape. We went overseas and competing in my first overseas competition since my first ACL injury. I won my 3 fights, and then towards the end of my 3rd fight, I tore my ACL again. And it was just devastating because this year is also World Championships year, which I'm missing out on. The first time it was hard, and then the second time around, I just remember getting a phone call from my sister when she found out, and she was just crying hysterically. She was really upset for me because obviously they know how much this sport means to me and how much my life goal is to go to the Olympics and to World Championships and win, so it was just devastating.
Everyone was very upset because we all know how much she loves the sport, and we knew like the first time it was so difficult for her, so we knew the second time was going to be like even worse, even harder. It's her dream to go to the Olympics and stuff, so I was like devastated. I felt like it happened to me.
So it's just really tough, both mentally and physically, to overcome such an injury because an ACL tear takes at least 12 months to heal. While going through a rehab, you just feel like you're staying behind and everyone else is just improving and you're trying to play catch up. So I just think with me and injuries, I'm always feeling like I have to play catch up. I have a lot of support from my family, my team. They help me through my rehab. I've got an amazing physio, amazing coaches, and that's been really helpful, especially this time around. Hopefully the near future, within 5 years, we'll be competing in the Olympics and the World Championships and winning medals, and then hopefully after that I will be able to finish my psychology degree, and I'm aiming for a master's in clinical psychology and opening up my own clinic.